Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Stasis. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today here in this room that has lightning in it, apparently. Oh man, last episode we found out that this area is inaccessible to people with PDTs, that's personal data tags, and we're trying to get to the bottom level, I think, of Medical Bay, which is apparently where our kid is. You try to tell yourself that you're safe for now. There's a destroyed sentry gun over here, and there's an elevator in the center. The stenciling of this door indicates that it leads to reception. Yeah, but the turrets are gonna be a problem, because they will kill me. We have seating, we have a PDA up there. Another one over there. Nice sounds. Okay, so we have a few things over here. This is from Erica Boxer, April 16, that utter jerk, she says. I cannot believe that asshole. What kind of a man dumps a girl on their anniversary? Poor Danica's in hysterics. I had to swap my shifts on account of that prick. Sadie made that easy enough. She's just a good, such a good friend. We were inseparable at nursing school until she decided to branch out into botany. She seemed suited more to general medical research than patient care. That's fine, I don't mind. I prefer working with people to plants anyway. The new walkway in hydroponics is a bonus too. Some of the boys like to stretch their new limbs among the greenery. Who said that the new departments were of no use? This is selfish, I know, but damn it, I've had so much on my plate. Yeah, I'm having to do serious overtime, and then ungrateful turds like Eric mean I've got even more to deal with. My poor baby sister, body of a 30-year-old woman, mind of a 16-year-old girl. Apparently, he says being the pilot of the Ozymandias is just too much fun, too much pressure on a relationship. As is that sweet little co-pilot he recently acquired. I've had it up to here with pilots. Are they ever not chasing tail? Well, tonight should be okay, as I've got Danica coming around with some of the girls and a shipment of Martian champagne. Okay, so I think this might be the nurse that left. We read at the beginning of the game that was a nurse or somebody down in hydroponics, I think, that was helping around, and she died eventually. But this might be the one. Let's see. The budget increase is proving to be a blessing and a curse. We've got more equipment for sure, but nowhere near enough space for it. If only the Groom Lake was one of those modular types, we might be able to... This might be Groom Lake over here. It makes sense that it would have like big spaces in the ship to grow things. We might be able to get some extra room. Sadie and I are working our butts off around here. God bless Sadie. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably be an alcoholic by now. Danica is still not over her douchebag ex and calls me up crying most nights just to talk about how she misses him. Next time I see him, I'm going to punch his lights out. I worry about Danica. She's depressed, not eating, just not sleeping. I might ask Ingratia to book her in for an appointment. She needs a shrink. Work-wise, the regeneration tanks are working beautifully, but the increased demand for them means we're running short of chemical dissociation reagents, and the cell growth regeneration fluid is pretty much spent. Speaking of the fluid, it's this new stuff Dr. Mallon's unit has had us using. It's technically the same as the last stuff, but I'm sure the molecular composition is different. Apparently it's 4 times as effective. It seems kind of unpredictable, actually. I've already asked Dr. Harvey to request that we switch back to the old one, which he says he has done twice. Why are they ignoring us? Because it's contaminated or something, maybe. September 18th, crazy huge brawl in the mess hall today. All of the guys sweating and looking like they OD'd or something. There's been a spike in violent assaults. I'd swear it has something to do with the new supplies that came in. Ever since that new regen fluid, it seems like everything else is slightly off too. I'm sure of it. Diet, medicine, genetic samples, you name it. I spoke to Sadie and she also swears there's been tampering. The idea that we have been ingesting bad food for months scares the shit out of me. I'm going to get a friend of mine to analyze some samples. Until then, I'm locking my door at night. I'm not sure who I can trust. Sadie's been giving me strange looks too. I might actually change the lock. I don't care anymore on December 19th. I just don't care. I have to see Danica. I have to. She's with two others, yeah. Near others? What do you mean others? Is that a typo? Like the others? She's with 2 others near the hangar and I'm stuck here in medical. 2 rifles taken from Malone and Bird and a laser scalpel. That's all we have to get there. Sadie keeps fighting me on this and making excuses. She's starting to piss me off. Has that idiot forgotten where we are? That the Groom Lake is now a freaking hunting ground and my sister is in the middle of it? I don't fucking care if they don't come with me. I have to see my sister. I have to know about Danica. I heard her on the radio a day or so ago, so I know she's still alive. She has to be hiding. Danica was always better than me at hide and seek back home. It took hours to find her. Once Mom sent a search party for her, and she'd be hiding at the bottom of the garden, tucked inside a dirt hole where Dad was planting beets. She's hiding. She has to be. Sadie is causing me problems. If she won't come with me, I guess I'll have to make her come along, whether she wants to or not. What about this one, then? These are the inboxes, I guess. Dear Erica, I was under the misapprehension that your request was perhaps just paranoia, but given the tests I've performed on the provided samples, well, I have to be honest, its implications are frightening. I will generally concur with your initial theory that some batches just went bad, but there is clearly much more than spoilage at work. You have to understand that when batches like this are spoiled, they are all spoiled, not just a few. A fungus, for instance, will spread through samples, but there is an astonishing difference between the samples you've sent me. Some seem to have been cultivated quite for the qualities they demonstrate. Did you know that the brassica sample is enhanced with a genetically enhanced form of PCP? I know this because I tested the sample on one of my rats. The poor little thing lashed out violently, suffered a seizure, and then died. The precise name is DV8/6, a drug that was popular for enhancing the abilities of so-called remote viewers during the eugenics war. Laboratory created stuff, all designer, all professional. The most alarming part is that owing to the different genetic strains seen in the 5 samples you sent for analysis, I get the impression that these contaminants were deliberately distributed to both staff and patients. I'm not sure that what lunatic would do such a thing, least of all on a long-haul lab ship, but I've already sent a request to my superiors at the ministry to examine the matter further. On an informal note, please look after yourself, Erica. You were always my best pupil, and I'm pleased you chose to confide in me. I do apologize that it has taken so long to get back to you. Be careful. With the fondest affection, Luke, Professional Luke H. Musgrave, University of Tampa, Florida. So they were calling back to hurt, I would think. Rows of seats, all
I think I found the crew.
Are they also bloodied up, like the guy under the Thor?
You could say that. I'm not sure how many people I'm looking at. It's like something from a eugenics war painting.
Try to push through, John. A few decks below, one step at a time.
What a wuss. He's talking about this. More disturbing evidence of slaughter. You didn't find anybody. John, shut up. You know nothing. Man, holy crap. He's such a wuss. Seriously. Not even kidding right now. I mean, it's nasty, but you have a suit of robots and it's fine. Anyway, this is from Sadie. September 18th. I thought that becoming the new head medical tech on this deck would actually improve things, but it's like being thrown into the lion's den. The lockdown a few months back was a pain, but these inventory discrepancies are the real problem. And then yesterday, the systems went haywire. The first thing Erica does, of course, is call up her little sister to make sure she's okay. I suppose I can understand that. I just wish that, well, I wish she'd ask after me sometimes too. Instead, during the power outage, I was locked inside a storage room for 2 hours. But Danica's fine, of course, so who cares about me? I was only trapped in a product storage room with only plant cultures and human limbs for company. I took a look at them, actually. It's part of my job with the plants anyway. And I had to do something to keep my mind off things. Good specimens, all of them, except for samples 99D, E, and F. I couldn't for the life of me work out why samples this badly mutated would be permitted anywhere near the greenhouse. These are recent too, dear God. What imbecile in shipping sent these to storage? Kane's hydroponics have the strictest quarantine regulations in the galaxy, punishable by losing your damn job. It must be that new section of a few floors down. They've got all kinds of fools on the payroll. You know, I usually like to spend time in the greenhouses, but I swear something's going funny with some of the new crops. Erica said I'm probably just imagining it, but I had a whole batch of brassica growth cultures thrown out the other day, showing signs of what looked like Dutch elm disease. How is that possible? I'm going to submit a report. How I'm supposed to explain to Dr. Malin on the board that we have mutated cultures in storage and perfectly good crops with extinct diseases is another matter. Yeah, because I think it would be him doing that. And that's the irony in that. You can't. December 20th. Erica's lost her damn mind. I'm scared out of my mind right now. She's dragged us on a fool's errand across the ship to look for Danica. I tried... Actually, have we met Danica? I don't remember. I think I would remember that name, though. Because of Danica Patrick. That's the only Danica I know, really. I tried... I'm not a fan of that type of racing, though. I'm more into Formula 1. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I tried to tell her how I saw one of those things wearing Danica's face the other morning. Oh, really? Huh. Could they be getting the genetic material of humans to mutate into something else? Oh god, it makes me want to puke just thinking about it. It looked like a deflated balloon as it scuttled up the walls. I swear Ingratia fried it with a bolt, but we can't be sure. He's a psychiatrist, not a soldier. Then again, are any of us soldiers? Erica seems to think we are in the Marine Corps, waving around their rifle with a crazy look in her eyes, threatening to kill anyone who disagrees with her. Erica, I told her, you are a nurse. God, I barely recognize her anymore. What happened to my best friend? What happened to that girl from Stockley, Mississippi? I don't know who Erica Boxer is anymore. And she survived apparently a little bit more than Erica did. Yeah. December 24th. Erica died this morning. My friend is gone. One of those horrific things tore her spine out of her body right in front of my eyes. I must be one of the last ones left alive. Not that I've got long. I'm infected with something. I can feel it. I checked out the hydroponics lab this morning. It's a wreck. I could have told them, anyone could have told them, that trying to breed a new fungus to kill the old one would be disastrous. Oh, they didn't know that, though. The rest of it won't budge. I tried tearing it away with a laser scalpel Erica gave me, but it did nothing. Zip, zilch, nada. What doesn't kill it really does make it stronger. I'm going back to retrieve Erica's remains later. I know she died a crazy woman, but she was my friend. I still love her. Holy crap. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, I read it in a very calm voice. I'm not sure she would be like that. Unless shock kind of helped or something, but... Having a spine tore out of you, that probably is very, very bloody. The sort of bloody thing that you don't want to see to somebody you don't know, let alone to your best friend. Yeah... Let's see. That's the same communication that we heard back. That's ages. Maybe we're gonna need that password later. Let's see. First, allow me to... Oh, that's Dr. Malin. No, that's from her. Right? From Sadie. Yeah. Callister. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there it is. To Dr. Malin. First, Dr. Malin. First... Well, I got a hiccup. Sorry. Okay, first allow me to apologize for mailing you directly, but this is a classified red emergency. I've undertaken further inspections beyond sample 99D, E, and F, and found that the majority of our inventory has been compromised by tampering. There are signs that the tampering began some time ago. Some of the materials are merely spoiled, but a large quantity appears to have been illegally modified. I'm not sure who the new suppliers are, but the inventory they have provided does not match the chemical manifest included. I'm aware this is a shipping concern rather than a hydroponics one, but Project Seed is based around our successful cultivation of hyper-nutritious plants in unusual conditions. With the current... were they planning on, like, terraforming things and stuff like that? It's kind of cool. With the current stock we possess, there is no limit to the number of illegal or mutated nutrients going into our plant growth. I'd advise that shipping and medical begin more thorough inspections of the received cargo. I suspect the problems could go back for months, although I have no evidence to prove this. Please recommend immediate termination of supply runs and decontamination of irrigation pipes until this is resolved. Did we get a reply, though? I think I could have clicked over here or something. They all have, like, hover states, which is pretty weird. Huh. This is from eBoxer. That's Erica. Sadie, I love you very much, sweetie, but have you lost your damn mind? Those samples are restricted. What if Dr. Dallon finds out you've brought samples from out of the storage base? It's not only your job you'll be losing. I'll do what you ask, but only because you've never been wrong before. Though I pray to God you are this time. Love. There we go. Yeah. That's kind of the root of all problems, isn't it? We're kind of getting at the bottom of things. There's a portal over there that I was gonna miss. There's blood. The incandescence of the lightning strikes illuminates a grisly series of blood splatters across the windows. The atmosphere of Neptune... Oh, we're orbiting Neptune. It's well... Yeah, wasn't this Europa? Or something like that? I read that at the beginning. The atmosphere of Neptune is consuming this vessel as lightning shows the way. Oh, are we falling? Do you need engines? They should be in orbit, not close to Neptune. What the hell? Are we falling into Neptune? Are we all gonna die in the end? I think so. I'm looking for turrets over here because things might not go well. You would be happy to never see another tubular conveyance in your life, and you can't actually do anything with it. Well, you can go in there, but there's not much we can do. There's a body over there. Is that a body? No, it's not. It looks like it, but it's not. It's sort of it's like an opening thing. Or it could be a seat. Oh! Charged plasma molecules dart across the surface of an invisible electrical field. That's pretty cool. Let's not be here, though. Let's go back. Because this place has a lot of blood. I don't like it. Let's see. So we're John, yes. You can't begin to estimate how many lives were ended here. Well, with this amount of blood, probably just one. These suits look relatively intact despite the new decorations splattering their surface. So these are bloodstained environmental suits. Nice, and I can take one. Although they are saturated with human ichor, the suits are in working order. And that thing is working weirdly.
Serotonergic receptors are present in your principal vascular system.
What?
Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at Kane security employees will not be tolerated.
What? How? That? You're not saying anything? What is not tolerate? Let's see. No, 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 don't touch it. Just look at it. Idiot! Oh! Oh, this looks so cool. This looks so cool. It's a little bit like the place where we first started. But you can't go there. Oh, it's like a vision thing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Can't really look at anything. That was pretty awesome. Got blood. Okay, so let's get out back through here. Yeah, it will not be tolerated. What will you do? Call me names back? Well, let's try it out. Fuck Kane Corporation.
Formed the womb. Oh, never again. It crawled through the night, and then they grafted their eyes and tore through my skin. Oh, never ever, never again. They came for our mothers and then for our kin, scratching the guilt and eating their sin, changing God's work, a seed to begin. We burned them with fire and killed them with men. Let us remember, never again.
I think that is not original to this game. What the hell was John crying about? It's the intercom doing weird things. It's the radio thing. It's emissions and stuff. I think. You can't look through there.
Get a Juca and whiskey mixer for just
Yeah, there's a radio over here. There it is.
Twister.
You can see it over there, I think. Okay, so reception desk. The contours of the sleek reception desk perfectly mirror the curvature of the walls. Okay. The flickering light draws morbid attention to the arcs of blood staining the wall.
My dear little girl, you don't know how happy we are to have you with us. Oh, hush. They serve a very real purpose. Doctor, what is it? Can't you hear me? Dramatic report of the final moments of the beast. Just injected in the died.
Oh. The system is locked because I'm... Oh, that's not good. I need a data tag from somebody else? Okay, let's try and check that. Main medical... An entrance to the medical facilities. That's where I need to go. Okay, so that radio is annoying as hell. I can't really tell anything from that, but yeah. My little girl, you can... How happy we are to be with you. I thought for a moment that that was gonna be like a communication to to like to Earth or something, like a sort of a voicemail or something. Okay. Oxygen tank, cryopreservation tank, anesthetic storage, organic receptacle. Yeah, let's see. Unlike much of the other machinery, this terminal was designed to assist in healing. Several bent spinal hooks protrude from the disengaged personal data tag. Oh no. Oh no. Crap. I've been thinking, people have been telling me since I started playing the game, that this game is not necessarily scary or gross. It's just really disturbing. I failed to consider a sort of disturbing thing that I have personally never seen in any game, because I've never played. What's the name of that? That was the Torture or something. I don't remember the name of the game. Anyway, scariness is one thing. Like scariness, you know, so there's a monster or there is a monster around or whatever. That's one thing. Something that's gross or something that really disturbs you is like mass murders or genetic mutations to people that are leaving and just turn into monsters, or I don't know, social experiments that, like in weird ways that just no, that's scary. That's bad. There's another kind that I forgot, and it came to mind. It might not be, but it came to mind. The kind of scary that Saw has. If you've never seen Saw, basically it's, well, it's about bodily harm. It's what it is. It's mostly what it is. And that is disturbing. That really is disturbing. And I think we might need to smash this thing into our spine and just suffer a bunch. And maybe be damaged for life or something.
Back.
Yeah.
It's been cut open.
Of course! They must have manually removed the
Duh.
PDTs. That's why the security systems were reset in medical.
Oh, the bodies. The bodies in the crew quarters. They were skinned.
Yep.
The creatures were using the PDTs to move through secure areas.
Must have realized what was going on.
Oh!
So for me to get to the lower decks,
You have to remove your tag.
remove?
Perhaps electric shock. No, that wouldn't work. John? This is the only surefire way.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
The surgery pod should already be programmed to remove it.
It didn't work out so well for this poor woman.
Yeah.
It's the only way, unless you space jump between decks.
This is surgery.
Yeah.
John, prep the pod.
There's anesthetic, right? That thing, yeah, in a surgery suit, at least one of these would be anesthetics. You guess, your guess is that it's this one. Oh boy, yeah, why did she die? Whether beneficiary or victim, this is where the surgery patient lies. Why did she die? What is that? A modesty curtain, it takes a few moments, but the joke hits hard. It does? I guess. I took a few moments there. A call to rest, to sleep. Okay. A high-end surgery pod sophisticated enough to perform nearly any operation with a tiny margin for error. Yeah, I guess that's the tiny margin right there. Let's take that. There's a PDA over there, isn't there? What do I have? What do I have? Personal data tag.
This isn't gonna work.
Yeah, tell me what it is. Okay, there's a PDA over there. Isaiah Jack. Oh, we've read about this guy before. January 8th. A new year for the chief surgeon and a new year for the staff of medical deck. I have to think of it that way or it gets rather confusing. The staff of the medical deck now consists of 3 extra sections: cybernetics, tissue regeneration, and for some reason medical hydroponics. Yes, it may be medical, but as I told Dr. Mallon, they are still plants. I don't wish to seem ungrateful. It is Kane Corporation who opened so many new doorways for me and who redefined the frontiers of medicine for us all. As a man who served his apprenticeship on the battlefields, elbow deep in blood of innocents, to see those deserts and war-torn villages reborn as images of nirvana is a privilege, and all thanks to the sciences of Kane. And yet it's hard to understand why on the Groom Lake so many departments are being forced to share resources like this. I hear our budgets will be up for review soon, and chances of us getting an increase are slim. I shall try to remain positive. My goodness, that's February 18th. A 300% budget increase. I have not yet been able to even imagine how helpful this financial windfall will be. Dr. Mellon assured me that a sizable portion of this budget will be applied to Project Seed. It makes our work that much more essential. We'll order new equipment and new samples, although I don't totally agree with the ethics of Dr. Mellon's acquisition of volunteers for surgery and testing. Oh, so that explains what they were doing with us and why we got landed over here. The leaps and bounds we've made in our research excuse me. Our research more than make up for the rest of it. It is wrong that we must test the limits of morality for the greater good? Is it wrong, he's asking. May 4th. I'm a surgeon who has seen many awful things in blood-soaked abattoirs of the Pangeo Wars, so perhaps this should be the second nature to me, but I don't recall agreeing to the use of children for testing. I went to inspect the stasis tubes at the request of my chief nurse and found that there were several children, some as young as 9 years old, awaiting processing. Children? I was shocked and appalled and demanded an explanation from Dr. Mellon. Edward Jenner had told to test vaccines on children to see if they'd work, he said. I knew the story, what medical does not. What medical does not. Jenner injected infected purulent exudates into the child's arm, which must have seemed callous disregard for the child's life. And yet it saved the boy. That is how he convinced me. We are the frontier of sciences. Chances must be taken. I do not always feel comfortable with his ethical choices, but his logic is sound. The research is too valuable for us to let a few moral qualms get in our way. December 17th. I fear that my decision to become a surgeon with Kane Corporation is not quite simple as I thought. The first casualties of the infection spreading across the ship came to my lab, where we had to set up a quarantined operation room. I had to get hands-on with a patient for the first time in years. The flow of blood, the cutting of the infected tissue using my specialized tools, God forgive me, but I enjoyed it. It's impossible to explain the adrenaline rush from playing God in such a way, of having the lives of so many on the verge of death in your hands. I felt it on the battlefields and I feel it now. It is not the beauty of birth that moves me, it seems, but the pungent stench of death. I thought I joined the Kane Corporation to save my soul. Instead, it is to slake the thirst of the beast in me, whose jaws slaver at the scent of blood. I am ashamed. How could I have not seen it 3 days after? Those awful life forms are disguising themselves as us, inside us. They wear our skins and our PDTs, which explains how these secure systems cannot detect them. If I didn't already know where those creatures came from, this would perhaps be less frightening. But they have learned the vile abominations. Abominations. What word that is. It appears to summarize what we have created in our hubris, that we created evil. God help us all. And that's the personal data tag. Still the same password. This one is different though. It feels different spaces, I guess. Or maybe the screen is different. Let's go back over here and we have emails over here. That's from Backman, Dr. C. Backman, to him. Analysis report. Dr. Mellon has recalibrated his guidelines for subjects in Project Seed, and specifically the requirements for any female subjects who have previously been pregnant. We have heard about this before. The female subjects should ideally have been screened. There's gonna be a mother monster or something, but their precise source is not important. Since the project has 99.89% chance of non-fatal reaction in subjects, members of the staff will be eligible for this test. The ideal subjects is as follows. O negative, between 5'5" and 6 foot tall, free of any genetic defects, between 18 and 40. Subjects must have been recently pregnant, ideally within the past year. Regards. Okay, that'll be pretty generic, just pregnant women or recently pregnant women. So this is about the nurse to Dr. Mellon. We have disagreed often, but never so more than now. I'm aware that Miss Callister doesn't work in surgery and that Chief Nurse Boxer, that's Erica, and that's Danica, has senior... no, actually that's Callister, that's the other one. That's not Danica. Danica is the sister, Erica's sister. Chief Nurse Boxer has seniority in terms of rank. However, Callister has one of the most extraordinary organizational minds I've ever worked with. The product storage areas are clean and well indexed. Therefore, I have to challenge your demand that I remove her from her position. Because she was asking questions. Yeah, because of these false reports. Okay, this is damning proof. It's Melon. Melon is the one. Tia was right. Tia said he was behind all of this. She was right. She has been sending you about she has been sending you information about anomalies in the supplies. I have no doubts that your claims of her illicitly taking samples is also only an accusation. She's a fine worker and reports only that what she feels is right. I'll be taking no action against her. You are in charge of the project, but you must allow me to choose my staff at my own discretion. Huh. So that's damning proof right there. Dr. Malin is behind all of this. It's gotta be. Otherwise, he has a secondary plan that we still don't know. But this could be all evidence points towards him being the culprit of this whole thing. Anyway, we're out of time for the day. So, in the skies of Neptune, it's time to say goodbye. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Stasis. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did and you want to see the next episode come out sooner, be sure to leave a like down below. Leave a comment as well while you're at it. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.